Okay, hey everyone, and welcome back to term 4. So today we're going to be looking at a recap of speed, distance, and time, which is something we looked at months and months ago. Actually, I think we looked at it back when we were doing face-to-face learning, so a long time ago. But I want us to recap this as it's going to be related to some projects we're going to be doing in relation to travel and stuff like that. So we're just going to be recapping this thing we looked at a while ago, just to set us up for some work we'll be doing from Thursday onwards. So when we're looking at speed, speed is essentially how fast something travels per unit of time. And when we're looking at speed, we need to be aware of distance and time as well. And we can use a formula triangle to show us how to work out the one that we're looking for. Okay. All we have to do is, if we're given two things and trying to work out a third thing, we just cover the thing that we're trying to work out, and that tells us what to do with the other two things. So for example, if I'm trying to work out speed, I just cover it up. That means to find out speed, I do distance divided by time. If I'm trying to work out time, I cover it up, and that means I do distance divided by speed. And if I'm trying to work out the distance, again, I cover it up, and I do speed times time. Okay, so based off that, the three formulas that we use are speed equals distance divided by time, time equals distance divided by speed, and distance equals speed multiplied by time. So that's the triangle, these are the formulas. Make sure you're aware of these and know how to use these. The units that we use for speed depend on what the units are for distance and time. So if we are given seconds and meters, the units for speed would be meters per second. If we're given kilometers and hours, the units would be kilometers per hour. Just be aware of what you're being given in the question. That will affect what units you use. Okay. So I have got a few word examples I'm going to show you. They'll be similar to the questions that you'll be doing today. I'd encourage you to pause after I go through the example, have a go at working it out before I go through the answer. So for the first worked example, we're saying that a cyclist travels 30 kilometers in 1 hour. I want it to say what speed they would be traveling at. And for this, try and give me that in both kilometers per hour and kilometers per minute. Okay, so yeah, so just double checking. I had the same thing on my sheet. So yeah, have a go at that. So the question is there. I'd pause the video and have a quick go. So for this question, we are looking at speed. So we want to do the distance, which is 30 kilometers, divided by the hours, which is 1, meaning the cyclist is going at 30 kilometers per hour. Alternatively, if we're doing it in kilometers per minute, there are 60 minutes in an hour. So we do 30 divided by 60, which gives us 0.5. So they're going at half a kilometer per minute at that pace. Okay. So for the second worked example, we've got a train that's traveling at 80 kilometers per hour. Sorry, I can't read in the mirror. Yeah, it's traveling at 80 kilometers per hour for 2.5 hours. And we want to know how far that train would go. Okay, so we're looking at distance for that one. So again, for worked example 2, just pause this before I go through the answer. So we're looking at distance. So distance is obviously speed multiplied by time. The speed was 80 kilometers. The time was 2.5 hours. So that adds up to 200 kilometers. Okay, 200 kilometers is how far they travel going that pace. And finally, but there that a horse travels 45 kilometers, moving at 15 kilometers per hour. How long would that take? So again, that is a time question, so pause that quickly. So for that one, we do 45, which is the distance, divided by 15, which is the speed, meaning it would take 3 hours to do that. So hopefully that serves as a recap that enables you to remember how to do that speed, distance and time calculations. As per usual, if you're struggling with anything that I've gone through in this video, or if any of the questions are giving you trouble, please log into Zoom during the lessons and I'll do my best to help you with it. But yeah, otherwise, hope you're happy to be back at school, even if it's virtually, and hopefully we're back in face-to-face learning soon. Cool, thank you.